You can't just live your whole life beating yourself up for not being securely attached. It's not going to help you. And it's not going to lead you to that healthy, loving, intimate relationship that you want. So, if you want a healthy, loving, intimate relationship, even if you're not secure yet, here's how you do it. I am LadyWake, your trauma-informed sex and intimacy doula. Now, this is a tough conversation because many people, and I'm talking professionals, will have you believing that you must completely heal who you are and become securely attached to have a thriving relationship. That's just not realistic for most people. So, if you are not perfect yet, you're still working on it. If you have some parts of you that are anxiously attached or avoidantly attached, or any of the other names under those umbrellas that you might hear, if you're in that category, there's hope. There's more than hope. There's a reality where you have a strong, healthy, loving, thriving relationship. Different attachment styles bring different benefits and risks and comforts and anxieties. And so when looking to be in a relationship with someone with a different attachment style than yours, it's really helpful to know you, first of all, know who you are, what your attachment style is, and what that means to you. And then you can get to know your partner and what their attachment style is. There's a lot of judgment around the so-called lesser than or toxic attachment styles like the anxious attachment or avoidant. But the truth is, it is what it is. Like, people have these experiences in life, and if it means that you become someone who is anxiously attached, then that should be okay until you can move through that process. It has to be okay for a period of time. So the best thing you can do is figure out how to have a good, healthy, forward moving relationship with your actual attachment style. Here's the thing. If you're anxiously attached, you're most likely going to connect with someone who is avoidant attached, right? And so avoidant attachment is the type of attachment style when an individual has difficulty trusting other people. So in an intimate relationship, they're afraid of being hurt or abandoned, and usually they try to keep their partner at a distance. So this leads to less intimate interactions and problems. And then the anxious attachment is a different feeling of fear that comes when in a relationship, this person worries about their partner leaving them and is constantly seeking reassurance from their partner. So this can lead to that person becoming clingy and wanting more attention than usual, like than they would from other people, but also wanting more attention from their avoidant partner, which is completely opposite from what the avoidant partner wants to give, right? So it can be a struggle. Now, if you're talking to people who understand attachment styles, then mostly, vast majority of people will say the best or the healthiest attachment style is to be securely attached to your partner. And this means that you're comfortable and secure in knowing that your relationship is priority or healthy and there. So even if you need space and go away and come back, you have a very good, that your person will still be there for you, okay? Both ways, right? So secure attachment lets people be individuals fully and also be interconnected in a healthy dynamic. People who believe secure attachment is the best, I'm not arguing with you. You might be right, but we can't hang our hats on that. There are too many other types of people out here. So if you are anxiously attached person and you are dating an avoidant attached person or opposite, let's start with anxious. If you're anxious and you're dating an avoidant, then here's what I recommend. In my experience, the best thing to do is to outsource. Literally outsource your intimacy. So if you need a bunch of attention and intimacy and touching and cuddling and talking, and your partner can't give you that, or they don't seem like they want to give you that, and you want to be with them, like if you continue this relationship and you actually want to be with this person, then you need to outsource. Now, there are different sorts of outsourcing, right? Different kinds. The most common kind of outsourcing is cheating. Most people just go off and find someone else who they feel good with and they cheat. But you still don't really get what you need in the long run, and you ruin your relationship. So, if you want this relationship but need to outsource, then outsource ethically. Now, that could mean talking to your partner and having some sort of ethical non monogamy or non monogamish conversation, agreement, so that you can date other people and get different needs met. Or if you're in a monogamous relationship, that can mean outsourcing with other friends and family. It's as simple as that. You have this person who you know can give you what you need in terms of those long, fluffy conversations. You have this friend who you know you could just cuddle with and feel safe and loved and touched without bothering your partner, because for them it does feel like they're being bothered, right? So outsourcing is key to making your relationship work without you being all the way healed yet. Like, you don't have to wait, because who knows? Who knows? The healing process is so random, and the spiral goes up and comes down. And so who knows when you'll get to a place where you can completely be secure no matter who you're with. Who knows, right? So do yourself a favor, outsource what you need in your relationships if you want to stay with that partner. Now, the same thing goes for a person who is avoidant. So if you are avoidant, likely you're with someone who's anxious. That's just how energy works, right? You're not with another avoidant person. It doesn't usually work that way. So if you're avoidant, you're in a relationship with someone who's anxious and you actually want to be with that person, then you too have to outsource. Now, listen, I understand the fear. I understand the need for individuality, for space. And so you do that. But listen, let your partner know up front, I need a certain amount of space. This is what I need. So that you go in setting expectations. And when you take your space, they don't have the right to complain, right? They might still complain, but not to you, because they're learning to outsource right now. So set expectations and then take the space you need. But listen, nobody wants to hear you complaining about them all the time. So if you're choosing to be with an anxiously attached person and you need space, when you start complaining or that eye roll, that just damages the intimacy in your relationship. The intimacy is growing bit by bit, tiny little bits, if you're in these two opposite attachment styles anyway. So for you, avoidant, you just need to outsource your complaining. Yes. Find a friend who is similar to you, who you can say, this is some bullshit. I'm so tired of him. I'm so tired of her. They always in my face. I just need some space. And you can complain all you want with that friend, and they'll listen to you. And I know that oftentimes avoidants feel like their feelings aren't as important or seen as important, because the anxious attached person is usually much more emotional. So you don't have to be like them. You don't have to be emotional to get your feelings heard, but you do need to tell it to the right person so that you can get what you need. So if you're telling the right person, they can let you know, hey, your feelings are important. What you think matters. You needing space is just as right and okay as that person needing closeness. It's okay. Who you are is okay. There is nothing wrong with who you are. That's the point. But in this world where there's so many facets of who we are as individuals, you have to figure out how to embrace and love who you are while building and maintaining a successful, healthy relationship, because that's what you really want. Not that you have to for any other reason, only because that's what you really want. Only because human beings thrive on great relationships. That's who we are. We can't be without another. So, because that's what you really want, outsource, outsource, outsource. You got this.